Hello, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day. Happy Sunday. I wanted to pop in and share something really powerful and important today. And this is idea that I came up with actually a couple of years ago about taking an adult time out. And odds are you need one just as badly as I do right now. And this could become a really beautiful, consistent act of self-care. And I'm going to explain what I mean by an adult timeout, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about my personal decision and something exciting that I'm doing next week and the benefits that come from building more silence and these adult time outs into your life every week, every day, whatever you can do. So I'm going to be sharing all of that with you here because life is intense. Life is so intense, and we all need a timeout now and again. Not just children need a timeout. We adults, especially I feel us women, need a timeout. As women, we give and give and give. We give our energy, we give our time, we give our love, and very little time do we remember to replenish ourselves. Do we take the time we really truly need to replenish ourselves? We don't prioritize our self-care because we don't feel that we have time because we're constantly giving away to other people, to those that we love. And that's how we share love, right? And it's beautiful. But what's happening is we're completely depleting ourselves. And we're getting into this place where we're not feeling joy every day. We're not happy. We're feeling heavy. We're starting to make really bad decisions, whether it's, in terms of eating, right? We really put our self-care at the bottom of our to-do list and we get burnt out. Our energy just crashes. We crash, right? We get really burnt out and then we snap at somebody or, we get depressed and we really get into these holes. And what we do usually, right, is we turn to these things that can provide us with a quick happiness or a quick way out of, feeling so depleted, whether it's food or sugar or wine or coffee. And this becomes how we make it through every day. And it's really, really, really completely ruining our health, ruining our mental and physical health, our relationship health. And it's draining us, right? It's draining the life force out of us and the joy out of us. So what I believe is something that we can all benefit from, and we can all benefit from making a consistent ritual out of taking an adult time out. And this is exactly what I'm doing next week. So I've decided I've just booked actually 3 nights, so 4 days at a yoga retreat center here across the lake from where I am here in Guatemala. I'm taking advantage of where I am. That said, you can do this anywhere in the world, but I'm taking an adult timeout. I'm taking an extended adult timeout. I'm going for 4 days because I know the longer I spend in that silence and that deep time with myself, the more I get out of it. So that's my decision to do this. And for me, it really, this need for this adult timeout and to go into a bit of silence with myself has really come out of a difficult couple months. December and January have been really intense energetically for me with my business, with my life, with traveling alone for the first time, all the challenges, all the fears, all the stuff that I have been working through and dealing with has all come front and center. I know I'm at a point in my life where there's big shifts happening, and that is draining. It's exhausting. So I really noticed that, whoa, I need to take a little time out. I need to take a little breather. I need some time for myself. I need some time to go inward and not be thinking and planning and doing. So this is a really big piece of why I've decided to do this next week. Another piece is one of the things that I wanted to, feel into and accomplish while I came here to Guatemala was to find some new clarity and direction with both my life, but also my business in how I support you, in how I make a difference in this world. So I'm really playing with some very big questions, and they're heavy and deep and emotional. And in order to really dive into that, I know that I need this stillness. I know I need to get out of my daily routine and I need to just be with myself. So those are really the two things at play, and why I noticed, actually just last week was extra intense. I said, whoa, I need an adult timeout. I'm going away for 3 nights. And I'm so grateful that I made this happen for myself. Everybody can make this happen for themselves. You don't have to be in Guatemala. Okay. It's not easy for me either, but I made it happen because I know that this is a hugely important thing in my life. So I just want to share a couple of the benefits with you. Okay. The list is huge. And whenever I do this, I really try to make this overnighter or a couple day getaway, silence, adult timeout, extended adult timeout, we'll call it. I try to do this for myself quarterly, and every month, every week, take some time as well in smaller portions. Okay, so I'm still working on this myself, but it's so beneficial. And the times that I do get away for longer periods of time, this list I'm about to share with you is even more powerful and even deeper. But obviously, one of the huge benefits of going inward. So also part of what I'm doing next week is I'm going to attempt. This isn't an actual silent retreat. It's a retreat center, but I'm personally taking a vow of as much silence as I can. That might not be feasible in some situations, you know, like when I'm checking in or if somebody asks me a question, but I'm purposely going there to go inward. So this is really hard for me. I've decided to not actively engage in conversation, not actively try to make friends or make small talk, things that I love and that fill me up. I love meeting new people and socializing. I'm going to not do those things. If somebody asks me a question or approaches me, I will answer them, but I'm personally going to go recluse. I'm going to go inward as much as I can and sort of take a little vow of silence with myself as best I can in the situation that I'll be in. And that's going to be really uncomfortable for me, because if you don't already know me, I love to talk. I love to meet new people. I love to engage in conversation and laugh. And this is going to be really deep work, is playing with these boundaries for myself and seeing how that makes me feel. So that's what I mean about kind of going in silence as well. There's so much power in turning off our lips, our mouths, and going here, right? Going deeper into ourselves. So the main benefit here, I mean, there's all of these are main benefits, is you're going to feel more relaxed and rejuvenated. So whenever you can take an adult timeout, even if it's an hour or 2 hours or 4 days or 7 days, right? Whatever it looks like for you, you will feel more relaxed and rejuvenated if you do it right. And I'll share with you how to do this at the end, okay? As I've alluded to, and part of the reason why I'm going on this extended adult timeout is to dive deeper into myself, to really take care of myself, to build more self-love, self-trust, to build more awareness and understanding of things that I'm still challenged by, things I'm still working on, like my social media addiction. Haha, there you go. So that's a big one, right? I'm really diving deep as well to build more motivation, clarity, direction, all these good things. Whatever you're looking for, creating change or clarity or direction in your life, going and taking an adult time out is a powerful way to do this, especially if you do it in silence, okay? And this is one of the rules with these times out. You have to be in silence to really get the benefits from this. It's going to give you and me, you know, whenever you do this, a chance to really face your fears and to bring up some challenges. I know there's going to be a lot of fears and a lot of challenges for me next week. And I'm looking forward to those because they're opportunities for growth. Gives you a chance to face your ego, which is another beautiful chance for growth, right? Obviously, getting to really understand where your ego's at play in your life and where really you are. That's really beautiful. Digital detox, as I mentioned, is a huge part of my motivation as well for next week. Digital detox is so beneficial for us. So just saying that, you can already tell one of the rules for this adult timeout is no technology. So I'm actually going so far as I'm not taking my phone. There will be no photos. Sorry in advance, no photos of my time there. This is big for me because I love to take photos. So I'm not taking my phone. I'm not taking my computer. I'm not taking any technology with me. There'll be no music, which is going to be interesting as well. I'm not taking any of that with me. I really want to go inward and be in silence, and all these things are just distractions. So digital detox is huge. Also, going in silence, taking these times out really, really fosters creativity. Beautiful creativity, strengthens your intuition. So this is a beautiful chance to, when we do sit in stillness and we do take these time outs with ourselves, we get to really strengthen that piece of us that knows what we need already, that we're just ignoring. That's something I always get out of these timeouts for myself. Also strengthening your emotional health. Another huge benefit that comes from this is, as I mentioned before, right? You build more self-awareness of, okay, what emotions am I really uncomfortable with? Letting you sit with those emotions, really strengthen your emotional health as well. And all of this work, this whole list, boosts your joy. So this is a huge benefit. When you're feeling more relaxed, more connected with yourself, more creative, more motivated, you're going to feel more joy. So I know I'm going to come out of this retreat feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, joyful, and more clear on what my next steps are in life and in business and everything. So beautiful chance to really boost joy and happiness is when we take more time for ourselves. We deepen our understanding of what really brings us joy and happiness, right? It's usually not things out there. It's not people. It's not things. It's not buying things. It's not living in a certain place. It's here. And when we take away all the external distractions, we get to connect with that joy. I love the quote. I forget who says it, right? We are all, our default setting out of the box as babies, as children, is happiness. And we actually, as we go through life, we unlearn, we put these barriers up, we bring all this stuff in, and society helps us with that. That really puts like these huge layers over our happiness. But if we remember, at our core, as babies, at our core, we are pure happiness. Out of the box, fresh out of the box, we are nothing but happiness. So we need to take away those layers, take away the social media, take away the comparison, take away the, the need for things, take away all these layers, and there lies the happiness. So that's a huge benefit from making these adult timeouts or going in silence a regular thing in your life. The last thing I'll mention is a mental detox. Of course, we get to flush out, and physical detox. If you're going somewhere where the food is going to be pure, I'm going to play a little bit with fasting while I'm gone and kind of think of next week as a bit of a physical detox week. It's also going to be a huge mental detox week. You can get rid of all those negative beliefs, those negative thoughts, journal it out, write down all your fears. Beautiful, really powerful activity. So how can you do this for yourself? Okay, I get it. You're busy, things are crazy, you have lots of responsibilities, we all do, but you can totally take an adult timeout. You deserve an adult timeout. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I know when we were kids, we were told timeouts were bad, right? This is a good thing. This is a really beautiful, amazing thing, and an act of self-care, self-love, nourishment. And there's a couple rules. These are actually the only 2 rules. No technology, no distractions. Okay, really, to really soak in the benefits from having an adult timeout, you have to be in silence as much as you can. Okay, and that could be, you could still be in a busy cafe and you could be tuning out all the noise, right? If that's what works for you. But what I'm saying is no distractions. So whether that's technology or reading a book or listening to music or watching TV, those don't count as an adult timeout. I'm really talking about sitting with yourself. Being alone with your thoughts and your feelings, all of it. And this is really uncomfortable at first, right? It can be if you're not used to doing this. You can get bored, you can get lonely, but then you get to observe all these emotions that come up. So those are the first 2 rules. But then you could do this any way that works for you, right? You can make it a weekly habit. You can make it a daily habit. You can make it a monthly habit. Do different lengths like I do. So every week I take a day off to try, and I'm still building on that one because it's hard sometimes when you work 7 days a week. And quarterly, I'm working on, doing these longer extended adult timeouts. So that's what works for me. But you can take yourself out for coffee or lunch. Take yourself out with the purpose of going on a date with yourself. Bring your journal, bring a pen, nothing else. And just go and be with yourself. See what comes up. And try not to talk to too many people, right? Literally be with yourself. You could go on a hike, right? Take yourself for a hike. That's a beautiful way. If you can be in nature to help your brain, your body, everything detox, beautiful chance to get out and really be with yourself. You could plan just an overnighter with yourself. Go into the city, go rent a hotel room for one night, get out of the house, go house sit at a friend's who's not home, right? Go and be by yourself. I find the longer that you can go away, the more powerful this will be. But I really want you to know that if all you can squeeze in is a lunch date with yourself once a week, that's amazing. Beautiful adult timeout. Just remember, no technology. You could even so much as spend, your lunch hour on a park bench, right? Leave the office building, go and sit by yourself. Don't bring your phone with you. Don't bring music with you. Go and eat your lunch and sit and be present with yourself on a park bench, right? Or somewhere outside of the office. You could book a full day off just for you. This is something that I definitely do every couple of weeks. Try to do it definitely every week or every month, is to literally take the whole day for yourself. And I know this isn't easy for everybody, especially if you have kids. So do what works for you, right? But take a full day. Don't plan anything. Here's the key. Don't plan things. The most of your planning could be, okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to this park. I'm going to go to this restaurant. That's it. Okay. Don't plan your day full of things, because then it just ends up looking like another day of errands, right? You got to go shopping. You got to go grocery shopping. You got to pick up dry cleaning and all this, right? That's not the point. You want to just have a day for you to go inward, enjoy. And of course, the spa is an amazing place to do that, right? So if you could book an afternoon at the spa, or go to the pool for the day and hang out in the sauna and take yourself out for lunch, really just think about it as having a date with yourself. Getting comfortable spending time with yourself without distractions, without checking your phone, without checking your email, without talking to too many people. Really be with yourself. So those are just a couple ideas. I would love more ideas. You know, if you have a regular routine of taking time out for yourself, what does it look like? Any ideas come up for you? What would work for you? Post below. And more importantly, I really want to hold you accountable here. When will you take your adult time out? Okay, it could be an hour. It could be 3 days. It could be a month. I don't know. It could be any of these. But I want you to commit right now, watching this video, to taking an adult timeout, okay? And I want you to post it below. I'm waiting for your answer below this video, okay? So I want to hear when you're taking an adult timeout. And if you already know what you want to do, post that too. I'd love the ideas. We can all share and benefit when we discuss this topic, right? Very, very important. So also want to say, obviously, I'm going to learn a lot. I can already tell I'm going to have a lot of really amazing things to share with you after my 4 days of stillness next week. So I'm going to be actually writing a blog post, really sharing everything that I learn after I go through my stillness next week. And I'm going to be sharing that with everybody who's on my newsletter list. Okay. So if you're not already signed up or subscribed to my newsletter list, now is the time. I'm going to be sharing some really, really powerful insights that I'm already kind of playing with, and I know are just going to deepen during my 4 days of stillness, my adult timeout. So if you want in on that information, and obviously everything else that comes with being on my newsletter list, all the recipes, all the amazing information, tips, advice, good stuff, definitely come on over and sign up. I'll post it, the link to sign up to my newsletter in the description to this video. And don't forget to post below, okay? I'm waiting for your post about when you're going to take your adult time out. Yes, amazing. Thank you so much for being here with me, everybody. And I really look forward to hearing about your adult time out and sharing with everybody on my newsletter list next week everything that comes out of my extended adult timeout. It's going to be powerful. I can't wait. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.